Hi, this is Richard Chapa, and here's magician Ariel Chavez explaining the importance of doing certain maneuvers with cards.
See, if you're a professional magician, or if you do professional card magic, or if you call yourself a card shark, it's important to be able to do certain things with the cards. For example, fan out the cards. Being able to fan out the cards and actually creating a very nice fan with the cards. You want to be able to get an even fan from end to end so that people actually see the how I guess how articulate the fan is, and not only do you want to be able to do a fan, but for example, another thing that you can do is instead of just asking somebody just to select a card, of course the fan looks really nice. It's also important to have maybe like a good surface, so if you're able to have like the surface like of a pool table, which I'm using right now, it's a lot easier to be able to manipulate the cards, and people actually get to see the cards a lot clearer rather than you just kind of just using the cards or doing a magic trick up here. You actually have the advantage of having something solid, and being able to do things like slide the cards, move the cards back and forth, things like that. Another thing that I could recommend is being able to do a pharaoh shuffle. For example, cutting the cards and being able to shuffle the cards almost perfectly, and being able to shuffle. This just makes the magic trick or the performance, makes it look more professional, being able to do these kinds of things. Another thing that you might want to work on, is your cuts. For example, doing one-hand cuts, being able to pull out maybe parts of the deck and putting it back in the front, being able to do one-hand cuts, cutting the cards, something like that, one of my favorite cuts is a cut by, my instructor, whose name is Baltasar. He does the impossible cut, probably does it a little bit better than I do, but, he cuts the cards like this, and, and it just makes, when you're doing a trick, it makes it look fancier, if you will. Another thing that I do, for example, is actually kind of springing the cards. This might take you a few hours to kind of perfect, but it also gives you that appearance of, of appearing to know a thing or two, I guess, about the cards. Being able to spring the cards that way, Again, try to being able to just cut the cards like this. It makes you look a whole lot more agile with the cards. Again, so the fan, we went over the fan. We went over spreading the cards on the table. And again, just being able to handle the cards well. I like to do, for example, the one-hand shuffle. The one-hand shuffle is something to this extent here. Being able to shuffle the cards with one hand. These are just some of the few things that you can do. There's a whole variety of things, and there's a whole variety of sleights and things that you can do with the cards. But these are just some of the things that you can do. One of the ones that I like to do, one of the other ones that I like to do is the butterfly cut. This is just like cutting the cards on both sides, and then just putting them together this way, flipping them over, and then bringing the cards back this way. And like I say, these are just some of the things that you could do with a deck of cards. There's so much that you could do with a deck of cards. I mean, there's an infinite number of things that you can do with the cards, but this is so that you'll be able to be more presentable as a magician, so that when you do a magic trick, people don't just kind of get just a very simple magic trick, but people actually get a very luxurious, I guess, form of a magic trick, you know what I mean? And it actually, it makes you appear as if you know, I guess, more about magic or card magic or being a close-up magician than just doing a simple magic trick. Again, these are just some of the things that I could recommend to you. And yeah, Again, this is Ariel. My name is Ariel Chavez, and thanks for watching. Appreciate that.
And this is Richard Chapa, and we hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.